Good morning, बच्चों. Welcome in your chemistry class. We are studying here chapter 8, D and F block elements. As we have seen in first part of F block elements, the introduction of lanthanides and their electronic configuration. Now we will discuss about the properties of lanthanides. Okay. First property of the lanthanide is atomic radii. Okay. As we know that in lanthanides, the electronic configuration is n-2 F1 to 14 n-1 to 1 and ns2 means electron is filled in penultimate shell. Okay, and n-1d has only 0 or 1 electron. As we have discussed in d block element, there are more electronic repulsion or more screening effect between n-1d electrons and ns, but the complex structure of f orbitals, there is very poor screening effect between n-2 f electrons and ns electron. So poor, due to poor screening effect, there is not change the size of the radii, but as we know from left to right in a period, z effective continuously increases. So as we go from left to right, means in lanthanide Ce to lutetium, z effective increases continuously. As z effective continuously increases, the atomic radii of the substances decreases, and there is very poor screening effect of 4f orbitals due to their complex Ramsey structure. Okay, let's see that there is continuous decrease in atomic radii from Ce to lutetium, because there are two reasons for this. As usual, from left to right, Z effective increases as atomic number increases. As Z effective increases, atomic radii decreases. And the second one is there is poor screening effect of f orbitals, so there is no any repulsion between n-2 f or ns electrons, so it does not affect the atomic radii. As a result, leaving two exceptions, there is continuous decrease in atomic radii. This decrease in lanthanoid elements is known as lanthanide contraction. So decrease in atomic radii due to high Z effective and poor screening effect of lanthanoids is known as lanthanoid contraction. Clear? We have seen that from lanthanum to lutetium, there is continuous decrease in atomic radii. Two exceptions are there. Niobium and PM has approximately same atomic radii, while EU is greater than samarium. Okay, these are of their electronic configuration. Okay, now ionic radii, as in d block elements also, in ions outermost electrons are removed or released. These are trivalent lanthanides, so outermost n-1d and ns2 electrons are released. So there is something screen effect which was present is almostly destroyed. So there is no any screening effect, only z effective is present. So as z effective is present, only decrease in ionic radii is present. So from lanthanum +3 to lutetium +3, there is continuous decrease in at ionic radii. Okay, what is lanthanide contraction? Clear? It is the decrease in atomic radii due to Z effective increasing and poor screening effect of f orbitals. Okay, now what are the effects of this lanthanide contraction? Let's see as lanthanide contraction from lithium to lutetium. Okay, size decreases but atomic radii decreases. We know that density means m upon v. M continuously increases while v continuously decreases. As a result, density increases. From lithium to lutetium, density continuously increases. Okay, second effect, from cerium to lutetium. As we have seen, the size continuously decreases and Z effective continuously increases, as we know that ionization enthalpy is directly proportional to Z effective. As Z effective increases, ionization enthalpy also increases continuously. These are the common effects. Okay. Next, ionic radii, as we have seen, from cerium to lutetium, ionic radii continuously decreases because Z effective continuously increases. Okay. Next, due to lanthanoid contraction, very important. Due to lanthanoid contraction, atomic radii of elements of 4D and 5D series is almost same. 4D and 5D. How? See. In 4D series, yttrium, zirconium, niobium, molybdenum, and etc. etc. In 5D series, lanthanum, hafnium, tantalum, wolfram, etc. etc. See, there is difference of atomic number is 18 from yttrium to lanthanum. Okay, 18. But from zirconium to hafnium, there is change of 32. See, from niobium to titanium, 32. From molybdenum to wolfram, 32. So this change of atomic number is 32. Why? Because of lanthanoids, because 14 elements of lanthanoids are between lanthanum and hafnium. Due to lanthanoid contraction, the Z effective becomes more high in HF. There is only one in change of electron, but of Z, for Z effective there is change of 15. So due to high Z effective, the size becomes shorter but other than larger. So the sizes of zirconium, hafnium, niobium, titanium, molybdenum, wolfram, etc. are almost same. Okay, clear? It is also have discussed in D block elements also. Next, due to lanthanoid contraction, chemical properties of lanthanides are almost same. So these elements can't be separated chemically. So we have to use any physical method to separate them. So we use ion exchange method, ion exchange resin method to separate it. Very important method, when very important question also. Okay, now from lithium to cerium to lutetium, there is increase in covalent nature of compounds and decrease in ionic nature of compounds. As we know that radii decreases, covalent nature increases. As covalent nature increases, acidic nature also increases. So from cerium to lutetium, the atomic radii decreases. So covalent nature and acidic nature of these compound increases continuously, while ionic nature and basic nature of the compounds decreases continuously. Okay, so this is the next point. The nature of hydroxides and oxides become more acidic, that is basicity decreases and acidity increases. Hence cerium hydroxide most basic in nature, while lutetium hydroxide is most acidic in nature. Clear? Now we will discuss the other property of lanthanide, that is oxidation state. As D block elements, they can also show variable valencies, but in lanthanides the most common oxidation state is +3, but it can vary from +2 to +4 according to their stable electronic configuration. As we see from lanthanum to lutetium, all the elements show +3 oxidation state. Okay, but cerium is not stable in +3 oxidation state. It is stable in +4 oxidation state because of F0 electronic configuration. It has F1 electronic configuration after +3 oxidation. So if it release its one more electron also to make +4, it will become F0. and F0 is more stable than F1 electronic configuration. So Ce is stable in +4 oxidation state. Promethium exceptionally show +4 oxidation state. Okay, as in d block elements, as we have seen that start first, as unpaired electron increases, the highest oxidation state increase and then decrease. There is no such a change, because F electrons are in strong Z in strong influence of the nuclei. So only outermost electrons are available to make bonds. Okay. Niobium. Niobium also show +4 in exceptional case, but more stable state is +3. Pm+3. Samarium exceptionally show +2. EU +2 represents +2 because of F7. +2 is more stable oxidation state of EU other than +3, because in +2 oxidation state it has F7 configuration. This is half-filled electronic configuration, and half-filled electronic configuration is more stable. In TB also +4 oxidation state, here +2, here +4. +4 because F7. Here is also F7, here is also F7. Okay, dysprosium show +4 with oxygen but not very stable. Okay, TM and YB also show +4, +2 oxidation state. It is exceptionally stable, and it is stable because of F14 electronic configuration. So as we have seen, F0, F7 and F14 electronic configuration are more stable. So Ce and Tb are stable in +4 oxidation state, while Eu and Yb are stable in +2 oxidation state. Okay, the most common electronic oxidation state is +3. If the substance in +2 oxidation state, it can be oxidized into +3, so it will behave as reducing agent. Okay, Ln ions in +2 oxidation state are behave as reducing agent, while in +4 oxidation state they can reduced into +3, so they behave as strong oxidizing agent. See, Ln+4 ions are strong oxidizing agent like Ce+4, Pr+4. Okay, while Ln+2 ions are strong reducing agent. Okay, the next physical state. Physical state, all the lanthanides are silvery metals. They look like silver and very good conductor of heat and electricity and high density. Okay, now the most important character or property of lanthanide is color. As we have discussed in D block elements, the D block elements make colored compound due to D transition. Okay, so as same here, the color will develop by FF transition. If unpaired electrons are present, the compound should be colored. If all the electrons are paired, the compound will be colorless. Okay, the most important thing here is the ions with Fn and F14 minus N configuration have same color. Means what is the meaning? F1, then F14 minus 1 means 13 will have same colors. F2 and F12 will show same color. Okay, this is Fn. N is number of electrons in F, and 14 minus N, and 14 minus 2 means 12. Okay, it is very important thing that the ions with Fn and F14 minus N have same colors. For of FF transition, energy is required from 200 nm to 1000 nm. Okay, minimum energy required for FF transition is 200 nm and maximum energy required for FF transition is 1000 nm. This range of energy belongs to three energy regions. From 200 to 400 belongs to UV light, UV visible region. while 400 to 700 it belongs to visible or white light region, we can see it. And from 700 to 1000 nm it belongs to IR light. Okay, when the light of this range, these all range is used for transition of electrons. So when the light used from this visible region, the compound will be colored, because we can see only this range of light, not this and not this. And the color or light used from UV region or IR region, the compound will be colorless. Okay, from in F1 and F7 reasons, the light used for FF transition is from UV light, so these are colorless. While in F13, okay, there is one unpaired electron, but the light used to transit the electrons is from IR region, so it is also colorless. Okay, see some ions and their colors and resemblance with Fn and F14 minus S. See this table. See La plus F0, okay, and Lu plus 2 F14, Fn 0, 14 minus N 14. No unpaired electron here, so it is colorless. La plus 3 colorless, Lu plus 3 also colorless. Ce plus 3 4F1 and Yb plus 3 13, F1 or 14 minus 1 means 3. These are colorless also. This is colorless because it absorbs the light from UV region, while it is colorless from because it absorbs the light from IR region. Both lights are invisible for us. F2 14 minus 2 means 12. Pr plus 3 and Tm plus 3 both have two unpaired electrons and are of green color. Nd plus 3 and Er plus 3. F3 14 minus 3 means 11. Both have 3 unpaired electron. Both are red in color. Pm plus 3, Ho plus 3, F4 and 14 minus 4 means 10. Both have 4 unpaired electron. Both are pinkish yellow in color. Sm plus 3 and Dy plus 3, 4F5, 14 minus 5 means 9. Both have 5 unpaired electrons, greenish yellow in color. Eu plus 3, Tb plus 3, F6 and 14 minus 6 means 8, F8. Both have 6 unpaired electrons and almostly colorless because they absorb almostly UV region. Something from visible region and mostly from UV region. So these are very light in color, very light yellow color. So we can say almost colorless. F7 GD plus 3, there F7 7 unpaired electrons are present. So we can assume that it will be very dark in color, but it is colorless because electronic transition occurs here, but the energy absorbed from UV region. On UV region we can't see, so it is colorless in nature. Okay, these are the colors of different ions. Clear? Next property we will discuss magnetic properties. Lanthanides and actinides both show abnormal magnetic properties. Why? Because in these elements N-2F electrons are filled. Okay, these electrons are not in the contact of atmosphere. As we know, when the outermost electrons produces the magnetic field, so when the atmospheric factor destroys the magnetic moment in an amount, but in these elements N-2F electrons are not in contact of atmosphere, so the mu total means magnetic moment of these elements should be high other than d block elements, as we calculate from the formula N into N plus 2 Bohr magneton. Okay, so now in these elements the mu total will be calculated as mu s plus mu l. Mu s means due to spin, mu 4s into s plus 1 under root, and mu l due to angular movement, orbital movement, that will be 4 under root 4l plus l into l plus 1. Okay, in norm, when we calculate, where n is the unpaired electron, when we calculate by this formula, the our value of the magnetic moment will be low other than critical value. Okay, so they show abnormal magnetic properties. Chemical properties. The chemical reactions of these elements are based on Ln plus 3 ions, because most common oxidation state of Lns are plus 3. So just like general metals, as we react the lanthanides with water, they will release H2 gas. As metals release, hydroxide form, H2 gas is released. With oxygen, the silvery look of the lanthanides becomes dull in the presence of oxygen or air because of formation Ln2O3, means oxides. Oxide will form. With hydrogen, hydrides will form. With nitrogen, nitrides. With sulfur, sulfides. With chlorine, chlorides. With carbon, carbides. All the reactions of just like simple metals. As we know that when metals react with acids, hydrogen gas is released. Same here, when we react the lanthanides with any acid like HCl or H2SO4 or HNO3, the salts of the corresponding acid will be formed and H2 gas is released. For example, when we react with HCl, LnCl3 is released. When we react with HNO3, the LnNO3 whole thrice, and lanthanum nitrate will form. If we react them with H2SO4, then Ln2SO4 whole thrice, means lanthanoid sulfates are formed. Okay, means when they react with water or acid or inorganic or non-metals, they form corresponding salts. Okay, these are the general chemical reactions or general chemical properties like metals of lanthanoids. Clear? Next property is formation of alloys. Alloys means mixture of metals. As we have discussed in D block elements make very easily when many types of alloys because of similar size of D block elements. The size of lanthanides is also almostly same with the D block elements due to lanthanoid contraction. So they can mixed very easily with D block and other elements to make alloys. Okay, so lanthanoids forms two types of alloys. The first are known as pyrophoric metals and other are known as misch metals. Pyrophoric metals, when lanthanized, are mixed with boron, carbon, manganese, sulfur, etc. While misch metals are made by mixing more than two lanthanoid elements. First of all, the main component of the misch metals is cerium, okay, which is about 40%, and about 4% there is niobium, Nd. Okay, and other lanthanoid elements can be mixed. Okay, in misch metals, two or more than two lanthanoid elements are present, but here any one lanthanoid metal with boron, carbon or manganese is mixed. These pyrophoric metals are used for lighting equipments, just like lighter flint of the lighter is made up of pyrophoric metals. When any stuff is done on the surface of pyrophoric metal, as sparking occurs for lightning the fire. In misch metals, these are used for machine parts. Why? Because they have very high strength, very high toughened metals. Corrosion resistance. Corrosion does not take place on the surface of misch metals. Thermal resistance. There is no any effect of very high temperature because their melting points becomes very high. Okay, for example, very important example and mostly asked in board exams, that is magnesium misch metal. Magnesium mixed metals means magnesium is mixed with mixed metal. In this mixed metal, 30% is mixed metal, this one, and 1% is zirconium, and remaining part is magnesium. Okay, this is known as magnesium mixed metal, and it is used to make parts of jet engines. Listen carefully that mixed metal is very toughened, have corrosive resistance, have thermal resistance, melting points becomes very high, electricity conductor conduction of electricity is almost to very high range. So these are very important metals. It is very important questions, what are mixed metals. Okay, clear. And the now last property of the lanthanides is the formation of complex compounds. The D block elements have a very low tendency to make complex compounds. Why? To make complex compound, there should be vacant orbitals to accept the electron pairs. Okay, and the size of the cation should be very small. But in lanthanides, the hydrated Ln+3 ions are very large in size, so they can't attract very strongly the ligands. And here f orbitals, vacant f orbitals are also not available, because here n minus 2 means 4 f orbitals are very tightly or strongly attracted by nuclei, so these are not available to take electrons or to make a coordination compound for complex formation. So only pi chelating ligands can form the complexes with Ln+3 ions. Such examples: beta diacetone and amino acids. These two examples can make complex compounds with Ln+3 ions. Okay, now these are the characteristics or properties of the lanthanoids. I think you can understand easily this content. Thank you.